So earlier this week, Andre Iguodala was traded to the Miami Heat, and everyone in the basketball media loved it. The Miami Heat fans loved the trade from Miami as well. They got former Finals MVP, no matter how undeserved that Finals MVP was, and Jay Crowder and Solomon Hill. They only had to give up Justice Winslow and two other guys that never played for the team in James Johnson and Dion Waiters. Let me get this out of the way and say I have lost all respect, not that it matters, for Andre Iguodala. He made a video shortly after getting traded saying how excited he was to play and teach the young guys in Miami, when he was just with the youngest team in the league and he stayed in California all year training, when he could have been mentoring them. You make TV and radio appearances openly talking about what your next team should be. Dillon Brooks and Ja Morant were right when they said that they can't wait for you to be traded. You were a terrible teammate and a terrible professional. But like Chris Paul, the media loves Andre Iguodala, so they think the opposite of those things. Andre Iguodala declines in productivity every single year, and yet for some reason, it baffles me to think that people still think that he can play basketball at a high level. Miami Heat fans are in for a rude awakening when he shows up and scores his 4 points a game and takes minutes away from a truly productive player. Then next year, when he shows up again, getting $15 million and scores 3.6 points per game and is injured for most of the year because he's going to be 37 and 38 years old. Because if you look at his track record, he's on pace to average less and less. And who's stuck with that? The Miami Heat. Nobody gets back to their 29-year-old form at 37 years old. I read Miami Heat fans praising Pat Riley for getting rid of 2 bad contracts, and I scratch my head and I wonder, why? He signed those guys to those contracts in the first place. I swear sports is the only occupation where you can metaphorically start a fire and put out the fire and be praised for putting out the fire. He's old too. When I say he, I mean Pat Riley. He might be becoming a little bit senile in his old age, giving a 36-year-old $50 million next year. And they love that it's a team option in the final year, but who cares? $50 million guaranteed for next year is still $15 million guaranteed. And what is he doing all this for? These short team option contracts? Why did he trade Justice Winslow? So that he can sign Giannis when he's a free agent. Giannis isn't coming to Miami. But that being said, I still hope that Jimmy Butler does well this year because I'm a Jimmy Butler fan. He doesn't deserve what his career is going to be like in Miami. And I could tell what it's going to be like. There's going to be a lot of hoping, there's going to be a lot of wishing, and no championships.